It's the 420 edition. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. It's early in the morning. We just finished watching the playoffs. I don't know what time it is where you at, but the playoffs just went over. Over here, I'm lying. I just woke up. So let's talk about it. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about it. Let's start it off with this. With my picture. Who thought? Who thought the Lakers was gonna win? Raise your hand if you thought the Lakers was gonna win. They said that them boys went in there and they put on an absolute show. But this is what I still want to talk about. How come it's okay that the refs could blatantly do this in front of everybody and it's accepted? They really lost by 40 something, but the refs court kept them in there. The refs did their best. I never seen the refs do a job like this. Ooh. KCP used to be a Laker. KCP used to be a Laker with LeBron. Julius Randle used to be a Laker. Julius Randle used to be a Laker with Kobe. Now they on the other team. They got something to play for. LeBron has got himself into a kerfluffle. That's what it's called. He's got himself into a kerfluffle because the people on the other team really want to beat him. You know how bad Anthony Edwards wants to beat LeBron? Like do him like he did KD. He could have that on his resume. Well, he also wants to beat Luka as bad. Luka beat him. So now he want to beat Luka. He gets to do it at the same time. I don't know what LeBron is gonna do. He better ask them refs to call more fouls. I don't know what he gonna do. They blew them out. It say the amount. It say the where I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Austin Reeves too. He not that good. Austin Reeves is not that good. He's Austin Reeves. They're gonna say because I'm black. They're gonna say what I'm about to say is based in victim mentality or whatever they be calling it. Austin Reeves is not that good. He is what happens when white privilege, let's just call it what it is. He can play, he got skills, he got swag, but in the NBA, okay, I'm gonna put an analogy like this. Austin Reeves is that loudmouth kid outside who never fights one-on-one, unless his brothers and sisters is there and they're known for jumping in. When they break up fights, they kind of break them up by grabbing the other person and letting their brother get the ups. So the little brother who is just a wanker, he's just a loudmouth who doesn't get the job done on his own and put work in, feels really confident around them. That's Austin Reeves and Blake Rivers, Blake Griffin and stuff like that. Players like that. I'm trying to Luka Doncic. You're gonna call them nice because the amount of plays that is forced to be ran for them because they're white and they're man. That's the NBA though. Austin Reeves is not that good. I'm just telling you from what my eye test tells me that he can play. He can do certain things. What they have on him is completely manufactured. But all this stuff always gets exposed in the playoffs, like Trae Young did, and like Shai Gilgeous will. Shai Gilgeous will be exposed this playoffs. Mark my words. I don't think they're gonna get past Ja Morant. Mark my words. They talking about Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic needed help out there. He only had one assist. Pass the ball more. Only having one assist, but you got 5 turnovers, that's indicative of you was throwing bad passes or you had the ball so much that the ball was getting took out of your hands every now and then. Pass the ball, nigga. All he do is hold the ball in his hands. That's all Luka do is hold that ball. That's the game right there. In the world of analytics, where everybody's trying to figure out what the numbers mean, that's the game right there. If you can't understand what that says there's a team playing against two. These two. Look, 37 plus 19 is 56. 56. 56 out of 82 points. That's too much, man. That's too much. This is what the Lakers fans are saying. They're saying LeBron played terrible, Reeves played terrible, and everybody who played good on the other team, it was an anomaly. It's never gonna happen again. Maybe Julius Randle shooting the way he shot won't happen again. But are we staying on the Lakers too long? Let's move along. Let's move along. Let's move along. It's another game out there to talk about. The Knicks versus the Pistons. It was looking shaky. Earlier we was doing live updates of the game, and it was looking shaky, but the Knicks pulled it out. They came out in that third quarter and they got smacked, and then they hit back in the fourth quarter. I'm gonna tell you something about the Pistons though. Y'all out of here. All of that Cade Cunningham is the best player in this series. Cap. He was severely outplayed by Jalen Brunson today. He was outplayed so bad, it takes a separate screen to see how many points he had. He was severely outplayed. And the fact that he got 6 turnovers means he only had 6 assists. Because especially if they scored on every turnover he had. Because I mean, every point you got on assist was halfway for naught. Tobias Harris is ass. August Thompson or Orza Thompson, he tried, but it's not much he could do. He's the lesser of the two twins. Kid cut ahead. There you go. 21, 12, and 6. Do what Jalen Brunson had. 34, 8, and 2. All right, Jalen Brunson didn't severely outplay it, but he completely outplayed it. That 34 is mean. But the 34 with Jalen Brunson also come with 8 assists. That's damn near 50 points on you. That's damn near 50 points. That's at least 50 points on you. Because some of them assists could have been for threes. Like it could be up to 55 points. But not like he ain't hit back. He had 45. He had 4 more assists than Jalen Brunson. So when you say he had 45 and Jalen Brunson had about 55, it sounds like it's close, respectable, but on the floor, the point total matter. The coverage, the spread between the points matter. Your guard who's holding the ball is getting trunicated on offense. It's like every time Jalen Brunson scored. It's like every time Jalen Brunson got the ball, he scored or assist to a score. And he's doing it at a higher rate than you because his point total is into the next number system. You understand what I'm saying? It's some certain things could be debilitating to a team. Like, yeah, you gonna get me the ball to score after Jalen Brunson scored, but he scored 4 in a row. You scored once and got 3 assists. And look, we need you to go right back at him. The same way he going at you, we need you to go right back at him. I'm not gonna lie, this is the playoffs. But good game. Karl-Anthony Towns, you have 30. 28 and 15. Can I get 7 a quarter? 2 or 3 made shots and a free throw or 2. Can I get 7 a quarter, Karl-Anthony Towns? Come on, man. 23 is unacceptable. That's 10 more than Josh Hart. Come on, man. Back to LeBron. This is crazy. What's his name wasn't even the leading scorer. Anthony Edwards. I was talking about Mike Conley earlier. He's a very solid, complete player, but he just doesn't produce on the stats. Like, some players are not stat producers. Like Rudy Gobert, you can imagine that him being out there for 24 minutes, he played a lot of defense. He stopped a lot of plays that could have went. He was a thorn in their side. But then you see how Nas Reed, 31 minutes, 23 plus 5 plus 2 is 31 minutes, and all he needs is a steal or a block or even a turnover. And he did 31 stats in his 31 minutes. That's respectable. Mike Conley, you was out there for 22 minutes, you did 16 things. Come on, Mike Conley, you're supposed to be at least doing 22 things. You Mike Conley. Today's age of basketball, when I look at the minutes played and I look at the production, I just be like, why were they out there so long? Like Dante DiVincenzo, you're a guard. You went out there for 25 minutes and only put 9 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. I commend the 5 rebounds. But I'm saying though, like for the other 10 minutes, 15 minutes you was on the floor, but you just running back and forth because like you don't like I don't understand this era of coaching is crazy. I was talking about that earlier. I only seen one team. Let me see if I can go to it real quick. We got 11 minutes. Let me see if I can go to it right quick. That it was only one series that played their team 8 players and 8 players. Like we're not coming into the playoffs trying to play 11 and 12 players. That's that Steve Kerr stuff. That's that I'm unsure of what I'm doing stuff. Like this right here. This is how you run a playoff team. Starters, 3 people off the bench. This is not. We're not trying to find who's good. What do you mean? We're not scouting right now. This is the playoffs. We know who playing. They're the only team that did that. No, they're not. The team they was playing did it too. 8, 9 deep. 8, 9 deep, man. 8, 9 deep. 9 is a lot because let me tell you why it's 8 deep. Let me tell you why it's 8 deep, 9 maybe. Let me tell you why right now. Because you got your 5 starters, and then you got your 6 man. That's 6 people. The 6 man could usually come off the bench for 1, 2, or 3, right? He could be the point guard, the shooting guard, or the small forward, right? The 6 man. That's the usual. That's how it's been for a long time, except for when we was going by size, 90s, early 2000s. Where the 6 man was like a Lou Williams type of player who always was a Lou Williams type of player where he would be the point guard or shooting guard, right? Like for Allen Iverson, he'd come off the bench. It'd be Allen Iverson's point guard, Eddie Snow shooting guard, or vice versa. And then the person coming off the bench be Chucky Atkins for either one of them, right? But now we in the time where the person coming off the bench be like J.R. Smith, and he could be the point guard, the shooting guard, or the small forward, right? Michael Carter Williams type of shit, right? Will Barton coming off the bench, you know what I'm saying? Point guard, shooting guard. Small for Russell Westbrook. They bring him out there sometimes where there's a point guard on the floor already, but you know he not running shooting guard. You don't want him running shooting guard, right? But this is the point of doing that in the playoffs. Because we already five to start. You got your starting 5. Then you got the 6 man who could cover 3 positions most likely. Then you got the 7th man. The 7th man covers 3 positions as well sometimes, but 2 mostly. Power forward and center, right? He's a power forward. Of course he can play small forward. This 2025. The power forward the same size as the small forward now. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Back in the days, the power forward used to be a couple inches. Let me tell you something. Dwight Howard can't. This is why Anthony Davis can't be successful. Let's get a backdrop of Anthony Davis. It might sound like I'm talking about something different, but I'm talking about the same old reasons why you need to have a set lineup by the time you get to the playoffs. Because if you don't have a set lineup, you're gonna be playing 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. I mean, you're gonna be off the bench. I mean, you're gonna be playing too many people off the bench. Where is my Anthony Davis stuff? It's gone. Anthony Davis got injured today. Yeah, Anthony Davis got injured today. He scored 40 points towards ACL on the last 3-point shot. So sad to see that he He just can't keep it together. I don't know what he needs to do, but damn, man. So that KD to the Mavs, out the question because Kyrie nor AD gonna be there. So, but the reason why I was gonna point to AD, right? Because AD runs from being the center. We know this from his days in New Orleans. How many centers did AD have in New Orleans? Let's off the top. He had DeMarcus Cousins. He had Aginsa. He had what is the dude's name? He was a cool dude too. I cannot remember his name. He had a lot of centers in New Orleans, right? He gets moved to the Lakers. They brought in Christian Wood to play center. They were bringing in people to play centers because he's running. He is at the stage, and I brought up Dwight Howard. I'm going back to Dwight Howard. AD came in as a being called. He could have been a point forward, could have been a stretch four, he could have been an athletic center, he could have been a mobile center, right? This is what they were saying he was. They was not saying he was nothing forward but being a point forward, right? Because he used to be point guard before he had his growth spurt. He's supposed to come in the league, play center a little bit, play power forward for about a year or two, and then lock in at center, dominate at center, right? He don't want to bump and bang with the centers. When Dwight Howard came in the league, there was a center on the team, 2 inches shorter than him. Malik something. Can't remember his name. Malik something. Short, husky, light-skinned guy. Well, I'll call him short, but he's just shorter than Dwight Howard. I'm 6'4", 6'5". Dude is like 6'9", 6'10". I'm calling him short. But Malik something used to be on the Orlando Magic. And if I'm not mistaken, Kelvin Cato was there too, if I'm not mistaken. Or some older dude. It was an older name from back in the days. Kelvin Cato was a name back in the days, right? Theo Rattler. Somebody was on the team that ran center. An older dude that wasn't going to be at forward running with the younger dudes, right? So it made sense. Dwight Howard gets to sub in at center and learn what he's going to be playing locked in as, right? Time goes on. Dwight Howard locks in the center, becomes a Hall of Famer. Is AD a Hall of Famer? Because of stuff like this. You need to get to the playoffs and be able to cut the malarkey. Down here, we gotta cut the malarkey. So that means AD, you gotta play center. Because if you don't, you see how they got one center? That's the reason that they gotta play an extra person. Because Nicholas Batum gotta be a switchblade. He gotta play 4 positions while he on the floor. Not saying that that's Anthony Davis' fault. That's not his team. I'm just saying that's what it's like when you don't have a backup center. Anthony Davis strips you of having a backup center because when he's on the team, he should be the starting center. And if your power forward is a starting power forward, now you got starting power forward, starting center, person on the bench. Now you're taking a bench for AD. You're taking a bench player and putting him in a starting role because he don't want to go to his position. It throws the team off. Write Anthony Davis' name and they come up as power forward. I'm just saying. I just want to talk about something. It's early in the morning. That's my time check. These are the slum facts. Maybe I'll be right back. Y'all been great. Have a good night. Good morning. Where you at?